Hi, second grade. Today we are going to have a lot of fun. Last time we should have used Play-Doh to create a clay germ. Now, of course, the Play-Doh was for everyone, so it didn't get to harden or anything, but today you're going to do it for real. I hope that you've been thinking about what type of germ you want to make. I'm going to show you my way, but you're welcome to create your germ any way that you like. The few things that I require is that it does have to be a pinch pot. So it has to be the little pinch pot that we talked about for the mouth. And then any teeth or eyes or whatever you decide to add has to be slip and scored. It takes about 2 weeks for these clay pieces to dry. They will sit back here in the kiln room, which is in my closet, for about 2 weeks, and then they go into the kiln. So the kiln is the oven that I put clay works in. This gets up to 2,000 degrees. So to give you a little bit of reference, your ovens at home that you make pizza in, that's about 400 degrees. So this is 2,000, so really, really hot. This takes a long time for it to get done. So you may not see your piece again for another 2 or 3 weeks. So it's a good time that I'm doing it now, because while we're on the winter break, these will be all dry. Hopefully I can put them in the kiln really fast and we'll get them back very quickly. But please don't ask if they're done. I will let you know as soon as I get these out of the oven. So listen up. This is your warning. I do not appreciate any misbehavior on clay days. If you decide that you are going to talk over my directions, talk over a voice level 2 during class today, if you are not focused, if you are throwing clay, or if you do anything that does not follow our school expectations, you will not be doing clay. You will return your clay to me, and you will need to do crayons to create your germ on paper rather than using the clay. And that will be super boring for doing 3 weeks of work all in crayon on a piece of paper. That's not very fun. I want you to have fun and do this clay project with us. However, I need full cooperation from you to make this work. If you understand these directions and you are ready to be voice level 0 for the clay instructions, say yes, yes. Okay, so we've taken the pledge. We are going to be voice level 0 for the instructions so that everyone can hear. Like I said, if you cannot follow these instructions, if you cannot be patient and be quiet during these directions, you will not be doing this project with us. Today you will be getting 1 piece of clay. During these instructions, I'll be passing out water cups and this needle. If I put the water cup or the needle on the table, do you think you should reach out and touch it? No, because the video is playing and I'm giving you important instructions. So please do not let me distract you from the important instructions I'm going to give you. Once you get your clay, the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. If you've ever used clay before, then you know why. The reason that we're squeezing it is because that there's little tiny air pockets inside the clay. And if the air pockets are not popped, and remember these bubbles are not something you can hear, so when I'm squeezing it, I don't hear any bubbles popping, but there truly are little bubbles in there. If we do not do this, it will explode in the oven. Not only will yours explode, but the ones next to it will explode. So you could be the person that destroys an entire class of germs because you didn't pop your bubbles. That's why these instructions are so important. I want to make sure everyone understands. Once you've done this for maybe a minute or two, you'll know that you've popped the bubbles. Then you're going to take a little piece of clay away from your piece. This is what's going to be the eyes, the teeth, the tongue, whatever you decide to do. The bigger piece is going to be the mouth. So I'm taking this, I'm going to roll it into a ball, nice and smooth, just like when you were in preschool. Just give it some pressure until it turns into a ball. Then you're going to take your thumb, poke it right in the middle, like that. And then, are we done? Hope you said no. You need to squeeze the sides. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hope you're listening because I'm giving these directions once. So now I have a perfectly good mouth. You do not want to squeeze these too thin. If you squeeze it too thin, guess what? It's just going to fall apart. So don't do that. You want to make sure that your sides are nice and thick, like this. So it looks like a little pinch cup from maybe like kindergarten or something. Now, you're going to put it on its side. So when you're working, you don't want it up like a real cup, you want it on its side. You might even want to put a little bit of pressure and it looks more like a mouth that way. It's up to you. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make my eyes. I think I'll have like a couple little eyes. So I'll make one there, and then roll another little ball. Are they about the same size? This one's a little bit bigger. I'll take a little bit off it. Yes, your hands are gonna get dirty. Please do not ask me to go wash your hands because it's pointless. Because if you go wash your hands, then everybody's gonna go wash their hands and you're gonna come back and just get them dirty again. You are not washing your hands until the very end of this project. So now I have two eyes. Can I just put them right on? I hope you said no. What you have to do is you have to take this needle and you're going to be sharing with your next door neighbor if you have one. You're going to do little scoring marks. So you're basically going to draw little random marks where the eye is going to go. Not only that, you have to draw little scoring marks on the place where the eye or the tongue, whatever it is going to touch that part. To glue it on, and this is the only reason that you're using the water today, is you're going to place a little bit of water here. This is going to be the glue for our slipping and scoring, and then you can place it. So this gets it way better on there. It would just fall apart if it were just kind of smacked right on. Then you can take your finger and kind of smooth it out with whatever water is left. Like I said, please do not add too much water. I've had to tell students before that I can't fire their piece because they added too much water, and it's always, Mr. Bofield didn't know. Well, I'm telling you right now, same thing. So if you want to do the other eye, you got to give it some slip and score marks. Score it, score it, score it, score it, score it, score it, score it. Add a little bit of the water, which is going to be our glue, to both pieces, not just one, and stick it on. You might not want to add too much because a lot of times students will forget to slip and score when they add a whole bunch, but I have a little bit of extra clay left over, so I think I'm going to do a tongue real quick. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to shape it real quickly. I don't know, kind of a triangle tongue, and I think I'm going to put it in the mouth. Same thing, score, 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 score. And then this is the back of the tongue. Score, 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 score. Give it a little bit of water. And of course, it's not going to be dry today, so don't worry about adding color or anything like that. That's something we'll do next time. One thing I do want you to go back and do is smooth it out. So, with that leftover water, I'm smoothing it out. You can always smooth out the back, whatever you need to do. When you think you're done, I'll come by, I want to come by and check, and I'm going to write your initials on there for you. I'm going to write them right here in the back, so you may not want to put anything on the back today. My initials are JB because my first name is Joseph, and then my last name is Boatfield. Y'all call me Mr. Boatfield, but if I were you, or if I was a student, my initials would be JB. That way I know that whoever this is their name is JB, so I would know that this one's mine. So I will do this for you. That way there's no excuse. You will know that you've done this project because it'll have your initials on it. Once you've done that, you're going to carefully take it. And on the back counter, I should have a place for you to put your artwork. Now, you're not done yet. You're going to leave your needle and leave your water if your partner's still working. Take any extra pieces of clay. I will have the bag of clay on the middle table. Just add it back in there. Please do not play around with this. You're going to take your placemat once you're all done. Walk. You're going to put it over here in this stack over here. Don't worry about it again. Then what you're going to do is you're going to look on the middle table. Then you're going to do something a little bit different today. Today, your hands are going to be nasty dirty. You're going to use the wet wipe to clean your hands first, then clean the table. If your partner and you are both done, you can clean your hands and then put away the water cup. The water cup goes in the sink over here. Today, we're going to put it in this sink right here. Just leave it. You don't have to clean it out or anything. Then your hands should still be dirty because the wet wipe won't get everything. You're going to take those needles, you probably shared one with your partner, and on the middle table you'll see a little cylinder right here. Just pop them in there, don't touch them again. These needles are very fragile, do not bend them. They are used for writing your name or slipping and scoring. Now, I'm going to ask for permission, and then you can go wash your hands outside. Do not wash your hands here because the clay will back up my sinks, and then we'll have a flood on our hands. Just go outside and wash your hands there. I allow 2 people at a time, so I may have to ask you to wait. Once your hands are clean, then you can choose free draw. This is our only option today because we're using clay. I hope you guys have a good one, and remember, please raise your hand. Please use a voice level 1 or 2. If you use a voice level 3, you won't be doing this project. Have a great day.